And we're back, hopefully. Sorry about that. Um, all right, something that happens from time to time with Animate uh, is we'll get some issues. Sometimes Animate crashes, and that's why uh, I don't know if anything else really does it, any other animation software, but uh, Animate is constantly saving like recovery files. So thankfully, even though I didn't save, I did recover what I was working on. So thank you, Blondie. Hi again, everybody. All right, so um, let's continue from where I left off. By the way, what was the last thing y'all heard me talk about? I remember the last thing I was talking about was the comment, the worst comment that you could all leave, like for an animator or really anyone. Yeah, when someone writes that they love it, but then they just say more, that it's a little, you know, it's a little annoying. Sis and bro, will you ever do a SpongeBob animation? Eventually. I've done some before. Not on the channel, I don't think, but I've done some. Hello, Charles Buchanan. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right, this is what I wanted. All right, so I'm gonna do a shape tween right here. I'm gonna have the finger sort of go more inward, so I could adjust my shape to fit that. I think I understand why some people keep asking about Lois. It's because when I started the live stream, I forgot to edit the title, so I think I fixed that now. By the way, what image shows on the live stream on the channel? I think it's on the channel front page. It shows that I'm live streaming. I think the image should just be the banner, right? Or do I have to change the thumbnail? Oh, okay, I don't like that. I think I could change it actually. I'll see if I can do that real quick. I'll do that like last time when I went to look for some sound effects. I'll just finish this up first, real quick. All right, so have the two frames that I want for the for her finger. This could go a little bit more inward. And what I can do, actually break it apart. I could separate the line from the shape, put it on a layer above. Do the same thing here, separate the line from the shape. So I have two layers, and I could actually shape tween it. So now instead of just 2 frames, now it's like 5 frames. What is she grabbing? She is grabbing, or she is uh, flicking, I should say, a nose hair, which is gross, but it's also kind of funny. I think we made this 30 frames. Yeah. Boom. All right. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to blank out the screen. I'll leave a couple of GIFs on and I'll try to change the thumbnail real quick. So let's see. Am I getting Sumo Rita and Incredible Hulk Green Lantern? Is that coming through? Let me try and update the thumbnail real quick. And y'all can discuss who do you think would win in a fight between these two. All right, I'm just right now playing around with the thumbnail settings. Let me see. I go to Studio, Live. Oh, there we go. Options, edit title and description. I can't do that. Details, thumbnail, change that. And save. I think that saved it. All right. How's it look now? Did that change the thumbnail? All right. Nice. All right. So hopefully no more confusion. So I'm not sure how to change the thumbnail, but I mean, like when I'm going live, but it does give me a fun excuse to sort of let y'all see what kind of GIFs I've been making. And by the way, if you're, excuse me, sorry. If you all are interested, those are actually GIFs that I made for our Patreon patrons. It's $20 a month for the tier that lets you make requests like that. It does take some time because it's not like you could just say, okay, I want this, I want that. I work on this stuff piecemeal. So I think the Rita one that took 2 months of someone being subscribed to our Patreon. So about $40 for, you know, decent little animation with Rita. Same thing, I believe, for the Incredible Hulk, Jessica Cruz. About 2 months, $40 for that. Is Sam okay with this? It's just some bro asking. She doesn't know. It's not like Luna wanted to be in here, but I guess she's making the most out of it. Or maybe this is like sort of her clever way to escape. Forgot the other one, as in where the Wi-Fi like stopped. Don't worry about that, Daniel. I'll fix that after the stream. I believe this is only my fourth live stream, so I'm still learning things. Let's extend this finger a little bit. So right now I'm mostly using shape tweens for this quick motion. Like I said, making separate layers for the line art and the shape. Shape right here, line right there. And we can make this simple little flick. And, you know, make sure it syncs up with the nose hair vibrating. Oh, actually, now that I'm looking at it, getting sort of the full thing. Oh, excuse me. We could delay this a little bit, like that. And then as her fingers coming down, like that. So it starts like that. We could have it look like she's pulling back on the nose hair. Like that. And we can actually also shape between that since it's just a line by itself. See? Which stream is next? Next stream is going to be determined by a poll. So I usually try to do a poll like right after the live stream. So we'll do that. We'll see. Is Talking Tom that CGI animated series with the cat? Uh, Not a big fan of that series. Ninja Word Girl just staring at me. Thank you for that. Artists love it when people just sort of stare at them and have that, hey, what you doing kind of attitude. All right, and just a couple motion tweens. We'll have the hand come down like that. Let's see how that looks. All right, good. And then toward the end of the 30 seconds, we could have her arm reset back in place. So keyframe where we want the motion to start. And then copy and paste the keyframes for, or copy and paste the properties for where we want it to return. And then we could just check, okay, frame 30 here, first frame here. Make sure it looks exactly the same so we have a seamless loop. Actually, I think it would be better if that motion started sooner. Let's see how that looks. So this is one of the good things about Flash animation is you don't have to plan everything exactly. You know, I came in with just a basic idea, and as you're animating, you can make changes pretty quick. So this is one of the big advantages. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. And then, of course, later we'll add sound. If you're trying to get me to say Adventure Time, that ain't gonna happen. What are the answers in the poll? I haven't decided. I will add. Actually, let me save. I'll save that later. I'll definitely add Lois, but I'll see what else I have to work with. I'll probably put SpongeBob again. So Sandy, Lois, maybe Rouge, and I'll see if I have something new that I could add. I try to add something new. How did Luna shrink? Uh, Very likely from Lisa's shrink ray. Very likely. All right. Let's see. How much time do we have left? Not counting from when we had to restart. Because I can do one of two animations. I could either do an animation of her sniffing the flower, and then like her eyes suddenly open, like she feels something. Or I can do a scene where her nose starts to turn red and like she's getting ready to sneeze. I'm not sure what Puzzle Vision is, Metal Knight. Is that just what is Puzzle Vision? All right, so we're gonna insert a scene. We're going to make this the last scene right here. We're gonna call that uh, Sam Sneeze. A YouTube movie. I haven't seen it. I Thomas, I think people have asked about Coco a few times from Crash Bandicoot, and I'm not 100% familiar with her character or the game series really. All right, and I'm just making duplicates of these symbols, which is always a good thing if you're reusing um, something, one of your assets. And then we're just making the changes we need here to set this one up. Duplicate. Her nose won't be red in the first frame, but let's give it like a second to turn red. We'll change that to her skin tone. Oh, what frame is this? So I had this set on frame 48. We want it set on frame 1. All right. So basically for this scene, it's like um, she can feel her nose hair vibrating, so we're gonna give her a reaction to that. This flower, this is the position for when it's being sniffed, so we're going to return that to. Here we go. Return it to sort of a normal static position right here. Does anyone still stop and smell the flowers? Oh, that's pretty good, Thunder. And that's something actually I'm trying to do more. Just making more time for regular life stuff, you know. I try to do more stuff like that. Like I want to try cooking a regular meal more often. Like a lot of times it's like I'm just so busy, I'm doing stuff, I have to get like fast food, or I have to like make a microwavable meal. So it's good to have some time, you know, to like stop, smell the roses, just cook with fresh ingredients, make a nice uh, homemade meal. You know, it's important for all of us to do that. Find the things in life we enjoy and just let time just sort of stay still for a little bit. Well, thank you for that, Thunder. How about Cleo from the Cadillac Cats? Uh, Not sure if I've mentioned it before, but I kind of want to do something with her and maybe Gadget Hack Wrench from Rescue Rangers. I kind of want to do that Tom and Jerry scene where Tom shrinks, but with those two characters. All right, and so like with the finger, what we did earlier, what we can do, I have these two frames, one with her regular color nose, the other with her nose getting red. I can separate the line art from the shape art in two separate layers, as we see right here. And then I could shape tween that. And now her nose progressively gets redder. I can't cook to save my life. I'm sorry about that, Meta Knight. I love to cook, and I just think that's a good skill to have. There's some guys I know, they'll say like they can't even boil water, and I think it's like, even if you can't cook, at the very least you should know how to boil water so you can make pasta. At the very least, that's like, go ahead and don't learn cooking, but you should at least know how to make spaghetti. All right. I'm making these separate layers right here. I'm going to actually add a mask. So I copy this shape right here for the eye. I made another layer. I'll actually make this a different color so you can all see. I'll make that transparent. So this is my mask, and I'm going to make a mask there. And the mask partially covers up the line art. So what you want to do is make a copy of the mask again, post it over on a third layer up here, and just remove the shape. So you have the line, you have the mask, and you have what's being masked right here. And just do the same thing here. Mask layer. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Mask layer. And then a line layer. I should actually be labeling all that for you guys. See, I do this so often I forget to label things, but I'll do that now for y'all. Make sure to make that a mask. Right click on the layer here, make that a mask. So I1 mask, I2 mask, I1 line, I2 line. All right. And the reason I'm masking these layers is it makes it easy for what I want to do next, which is I'm gonna have her her eyelids like gradually moving up. So as we see her nose turning red, her eyelids are gonna go up to show that she has she's having an allergic reaction. All right, so I'm going to make a layer here under the mask and another layer. And I could just take a basic shape like this. Right, putting it under I1, putting this one under I2. Oops. And I know it looks weird, but this is how it looks when I have the masked layers locked. When they're locked, see, looks nice like that. We'll have them out of sight right here for now. And let's see, how long does it take for her nose to turn red? So I made that 1 second long. So that's what we'll do with the motion here with the eyelids. We can make that a motion tween. And then just move them up. Oh, I need to put these, need to put the pupils in the right layer. Sorry about that. So this layer, this goes in this layer. All right. Oh, I've been looking at questions. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see. How's it going? How big will Jackie get? It's going fine for me, Deaton. How big will Jackie get? Infinity, hopefully. Spitfire dude. I'm the dude who told you about the guy who stole that one scene from Stella Shrinks. Oh, hey, how's it going? I have noticed from time to time some of my art does end up on like DeviantArt or on YouTube. I don't mind it too much as long as it's not taking away views from my channel and stuff. All right, so that's looking pretty good. And we could actually do double eyelids. Let's see how that looks. And I do have a friend who has bad allergies, so I'm going to try to make it look like as close as possible to someone having just like really bad allergies. The girl from George Shrinks, she has a name, and her name is Becky. And I can't really think of anything to do with George Shrinks. Only if I did like if I was trying to do a parody of George Shrinks. Like maybe one of those times when George Shrinks didn't have like an absolutely positive attitude about being tiny. Let's see how that looks. All right, that's looking pretty good. And maybe we could do something with the eyebrows too. So that's a minute. And we could also shape between that. Let's see how it looks like this. Let's see. So we have before and after. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't seen that show in a long time either. Not sure what else I could add to this. I wonder what it would look like if, let me see, how would this look? Add this little detail here. Let's see. Oh, that could look good actually. Let me see how it look actually if like one of these was higher than the other. Yeah, that looks funny. All right, I'm liking this. And her mouth should probably be like reacting as well. Have I done 3D before? No, I have thought about it. Let's move that up so I can see it. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh, that. Oh, that's right. And I should move the mouth to a different layer. Or no, I should add this to. All right. Okay. Layering issues. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me play around with this a little bit more. And as you can see, more movement we have, more things changing around improves the overall quality of the animation. If Luna goes deeper in the this is from Plush Adventures. If Luna goes deeper in the nose and ends up in the lungs, uh, you know what? I've seen like how the lungs could look in I think Rick and Morty and Magic School Bus, and they do look pretty, but also very detailed. And let's see, with this shape, I could play around with the width right here. All right. And we'll just make that sort of slowly appear. We could make this into a motion tween. It's going to last for about a second. And just have it start off like really small, barely perceptible here. And then it gets bigger as the mouth is moving closer to the eye. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, she's looking. Oh, actually, let's see. I think we can change the shape of the eyelids a little bit. Let's see how it looks like this. Curve them a little bit. Make them look like her face is scrunching up even more. I like the lungs concept, but this is going to be a pretty short animation. It's an in and out kind of a thing. Into the nose, out of the nose. Let's see, Rose Diamond. Can I just say I really love your videos? They are good and I love them. Well, thank you, Rose. Have you ever thought about doing other things that relate to possibly a giant woman? You know, other things or movies like Mao Mao and Kento, Inside Out. Um, Mao Mao, they had a really good episode where they turn into giants, so I don't think there's anything else I can do with that. In Kanto, it would be fun to do like a what if thing. Like, what if she did have like some power like her sisters? But then again, I think maybe some people would get mad at that because it's like that's not the point of the movie. Like she's not supposed to have any like special gift besides like the ones she was born with. Inside Out, I'm gonna wait to see what the new movie is like, but I haven't really thought of anything with Inside Out. Also, that's like very realistic kind of CGI, which is like very hard to translate into 2D animation. So again, that's just something I wouldn't want to touch. I'm sorry, Rose, for shooting down all those series, but it is what it is. All right. Not sure what else I can do with this. We got a good expression change here. We could have her start lowering the flower because it's like, get this thing away from me. It's making me sniffly. So we're just adding motion tweens to these layers. And again, since expression takes a second, we'll also have the motion take a second. So click on all the layers, all the objects I want in motion, move the anchor point closer to her shoulder, and move it down. Nice. Have you heard the Netflix show? Oh my God, Inside Job. I love that show. Yes, that's actually that is a show that I would love to do a project with. and they actually do allude to something in the theme for Inside Out. Sorry, Inside Job. um, where it looks like Reagan is looks like she's tiny in like a little in like a Reagan mech, or maybe it's like it's either a giant Reagan mech or it's a life-size Reagan and she's just tiny inside of it, like in a Men in Black episode. I remember. I love that episode. Um, so yeah, I think I could do something with Inside Job if I thought of a really good idea for it, or just something like really quick and fun to do. I'd love to do Reagan Ridley versus Rick Sanchez. That would be fun. Though I'm not sure if the internet's done that already. Have you seen Megamind 2? I've seen it and I hate it. Oh my god, Blondie. Blondie really didn't like the 80s nostalgia episode that like turned him off from the whole series. And also I guess he didn't like that he figured out that Reagan's father was gonna do some evil mastermind stuff. Like he figured that out after the second episode. So it was like it wasn't fun watching any episodes of that series with him. All right, and we have her head turning down a little bit. Time for me to jinx things. I love how smoothly things are running so far. I hope something bad doesn't happen. Oh, cool. Nothing bad happened. All right. Let's see. What else can we do? Oh, we could give her nose the snifflies. All right. Let's this into a single shape again. So break this apart, break the lines apart, put them on the same layer. There it goes. Let's go to object, make this into drawing object again. Gonna make this into a graphic. Gonna call it Twitchy Nose. Welcome back. And then we could just have her nose twitch a little bit to show that it's irritated. Twitch. Twitchy nose. Watery eyes. Yeah, I could add that too. It's a good idea, Meta Knight. I gotta say, when they made the Kirby animated series, like they really nailed Meta Knight's voice. Like it's perfect. I don't know about like King Dedede's voice because it makes me think of like Foghorn Leghorn. So not the best voice, but whenever I think Meta Knight, I think of like that voice. It's just perfect. Megamind is way better than Rick and Morty. I think the first Megamind is really great. It's probably my favorite 3D animated superhero movie. Oh, eye bags. That's another good one. Thank you, Daniel. And let's have like a little hint of her nostril, a little nostril flare. So yeah, again, like I mentioned before, this is just another reason why I prefer doing stuff with Flash. It's just so much easier to have like a basic idea and to just to build on it. And let's see how that looks. Hmm. Maybe it'll look better with the nose going up a little more. For cartoons, you don't get penalized for over exaggerating most of the time. So it's better to exaggerate. Let's see how that looks. But we got like a little head movement for when she sniffs. Let's see how that looks. 40 minutes have passed. Thank you, Blondie. Oops. Forgot to set my anchor point. I can't believe I forgot to do that. So since, it's at her head, it should be anchored to her neck. That's where the movement's going to be sort of centralized. Obviously, because human anatomy. Well, that's what that is. That's part of her arm. All right. Good to know. All right, slight sniff, so maybe the head doesn't have to go up that high. Making sure everything lines up. Sorry for being a little quiet there. I just, when I'm lining shapes up, I just have to really focus. Make sure that the keyframes are lined up. And then when our shapes are in movement, that the separate lines are lining up too. That takes a little concentration. Harley Wang says, never heard of that. Never heard of what? Graham says, Sam has a very cute nose. You know what? That just shows how much you love someone. When when they're sick and they have a big puffy nose and you could still say it's cute, that's love. Maybe huggy face. Oh, hey, Rory. Rory Ocelot. I don't know who Huggy Face is. Huggy Face. Uh, Paper Mario Remake. Um, I'd be really excited if it was like a new Paper Mario game. Um, Not that I have anything against remakes. I played the Mario RPG uh, remake with my bro, and that was like so much fun because the updated graphics really helped. I'm not sure what they can do with a Paper Mario remake because I think the graphics, like even from the N64, they were perfect for what that game was, you know? So like what are they going to do? Oh wait, did I add her pink shadow? Eyeshadow? Let me see. Yeah, I did. Cool. Thank you, Graham. Is it Graham or Graham? I think I asked you that before. I don't know if I got a response. Graham. Thank you. Which is actually a good name if you're like a tiny person. Graham, like the tiny, tiny unit of measurement. Have you played Princess Peach game? Uh, oh, the only Princess Peach game I've played is Super Princess Peach, which was a very fun game. I haven't played the newest one, and it didn't seem like super interesting to me. She's got a lot of nice costumes in that one, which is cool, but I don't know if she does a lot of cool stuff with it. And yes, I did see someone posted there's an episode where she's like a Japanese superhero, like an Ultraman type, and they use props to make her like look like she's turning giant, which is cool. But the best giant boss fight, of course, still goes to Luigi from Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Like those fights in Dream Team, they're like so cool, and the music is just like the best. I love it. Okay, let me see how this looks. All right. I'm not loving the head movement. Maybe if I make it even more slight. What about the eye bangs? I haven't started on them. I'm still trying to play around with this. Whenever I give someone a whiny voice, I always use the master shake voice. And that's out of love. I'm the leader. 50 minutes have passed. All right. Slowly running out of time, but that's fine. I've done most of what I wanted to do today. And I'll save the big sneeze for next time we work on this together. Can't believe how much time I've spent on this part. It just doesn't, it's never slide enough. Maybe the motion's too fast. Oh, that looked better actually. Maybe I don't need to move the hair. Let's see how that looks with minimal hair movement. Oh, that actually looks better. All right. And thank you again, Graham, for the reminder about the pink eyeshadow. It's always good to have a second pair of eyes on a project like this. Any project, really. People notice things like, that animation didn't look right, or there's a detail missing that makes her look wrong. All right. Still think that could be an even slider motion. Let me see. Slider. I know I said with the cartoons, sometimes exaggerated animations like work better, but you know, sometimes you have to make slight, like exaggerated slightness. Let's see, eye bags. It's all good. Animation rookie. All right. Let me make this a separate layer. Let's see. How would that look? The eye bags. Not eye bags, but like little wrinkles. I'll save the eye bags for after she sneezes. These will be good for making her look like a little bit more tired. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, did I not make that a motion tween? Oh, I tweened the wrong thing. The heck did I tween? What is this? All right, let's try that again. All right, actually the lines right here are like the same color as her lashes, so that maybe doesn't show up as well. So one thing we can do is make it more like a darker skin tone, and sometimes that helps. So let's try that. See how that looks. All right. Can make that a little bit lighter. Hey, Quentin. I made a video that features. If I made a video that features giant women, will you like it? Um, if it looks really, fun, it's well animated. Yeah, I'll like it. I do have a playlist for giant women media, like whenever it's on like a TV show, and if it's appropriate. Oh, Quentin, you got allergies too? Yeah, I was mentioning I have a friend who has allergies, and she gets like it's really it gets really bad sometimes. But she has medication to help with that. All right, so what do we learn about today? Timing, shape tweening stuff for color change, adding details like a little at a time to make your animation better and better. We saw some tips for making like a little vibration going on. Oh, I just realized something I could add here that would be interesting is we could I'm going to try and copy and paste this vibration movement here, and maybe make it like go a little bit slower toward the end. Let me see how that looks. Let me see. Let's see how that looks. Nice. Now, this is something you learn in animation, like when you have something like moving fast, it in real life it doesn't come to like a perfect natural stop. That there's going to be a reduction in speed. There are forces in motion. Even like the Roadrunner, when he comes to like a complete and full stop after going like 100 miles an hour, it's not like he's a perfect statue when he's stopped. Like he shakes a little bit. I think the Flash can do that, but that's just because he's just like he's tapping into Speed Force, which I think it's not just velocity, but like time and space. All right, that makes it look a little better. All right. Um, let's see. Oh, Lisa, hey, how's it going? Glad you can make it. All right. Um, so we have a bunch of stuff we can do next time. But I think next time I'll mostly focus on the sneeze. And I'm actually just prepping these scenes really quick, so we could take a look at all the stuff we have so far. So let's test that real quick. All right. And since I believe our hour is about up, I'll answer any questions, so, or as many as I can. And then, yeah, we'll call it a day. I'll put up a new poll later. Would you like animation? Okay, would you like to see the future fan animated crossover series? Like I said, if it looks good, if it's fun, I'll take a look at it. Thank you, Blondie. I wonder what if Luna picks out her nose hair. I don't think I don't think that would happen with Sam, but maybe if it was someone like Lynn Jr. or Lana, I could imagine that. Bye, Daniel. Thanks for dropping in. I mean, nose hairs. Uh, oh, that would be bad. I imagine she'd just throw them away. Wouldn't even notice Luna on them. That would be cool for the next live stream. Thank you, Lisa. Ever watched Ghoulieween? Oh yeah, I've seen some of SB99's animations. They look pretty cool. And I do like I did watch Ghoul School when I was a kid like a bunch of times. Um, I've watched Ghoul School. I've watched the Boo Brothers movie. Um, the Reluctant Werewolf. I saw that a couple of times. Luna is one of her. Uh, Luna is in one of her sister's nose. Jamie, no, that would be Luna's girlfriend. Sam Sharp. No plans for Ghoul School. I have some ideas knocking around my head for future Halloween projects, like Beetlejuice, the animated series. I've been there's a Bunnicula episode that's been rattling in my head for a while. No plans for Ghoul School at the moment. I had those movies on VHS. Oh man, I do not have any more VHS tapes left. They're all gone. They were just basically turning into a puddle of petroleum in the old garage. Do you know the Music Freaks? Cappy's asking, do you know the Music Freaks? I do not. All right, I'll take one more question if we got any. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time, and thank you for joining us. And I'll have that poll up very soon. You can still watch the movie on YouTube. Yeah, that's where I watch everything nowadays. It's all streaming. It's just so much easier. And for anyone who was late, here are some of the gifts that I made on Patreon. $20 tier over 2 months. So if you think either one of those would be worth $40 to get animated, check out our Patreon. And we do stuff like this all the time. And I think there was a discussion of who would win in a fight between hulked out Jessica Cruz and Sumo Read Aloud, and I think Jessica was the one, I guess, which makes sense since she is a superhero. All right, no more questions, so I think we'll call it a day. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a nice day.